Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, it seems like China does not joke anymore, and it seems like it decided to really jump the fence and jump on a Russian lap, or at least they jump like this together, because China seems to become more demanding and more aggressive, if you want to call it aggressive, towards the United States of America. Now remember, United States of America is at the shores and borders of China, and it's not China who is at the borders of the United States of America. So it's a little bit of, who's who and what's what. You don't like your neighbor to be at your front door with his weapons over there doing all kind of drills, and you are not at his entry door to do drills with a neighbor, right? So that tells you that unless you're really someone bad, which is unproven that China did anything bad or wrong. So anyway, let's move into this article, and we're going to show you how China demands something the US do. So let's see. This article comes from Sputnik. It is from today, the 3rd of March 2023. China demands US stop all military contact with Taiwan Defense Ministry and arms sales, by the way. Look at these airplanes. They are beautiful. They are beautiful. This reminds me of what one of my grandfathers said. I didn't meet one of them, and this is the one actually. He was in charge of the Romanian military aircraft division during the Second World War. He was an engineer, so he was the chief director of the one of the divisions of engineering of building the Romanian aircraft, the IAR-80, which is IAR-80. And he was told a story that when, let's go back to me, when they shot down some Americans, bombers that were going and trying to bomb the oil fields in Ploiești, the Romanian aircraft were going out and shooting down. So one of these airplanes was picked up and carried and brought to the factory over there, and they gathered around, all the engineers, to look around. And he said that in the cockpit, the Americans had a little drawer over there that you can pick up and get it out. And he said on that drawer, little drawer, was written sandwich. So that drawer was for sandwiches. They were like, what? I mean, comfort, you mean? And not only that, I'm not saying it's a bad thing or anything. It's just they were all like, what, can you imagine? These guys had sandwiches over there, organized, disciplined. The same. When I look at this aircraft, I'm looking at that and I'm imagining they have, a little box over there or whatever saying sandwiches. All right, and they look beautiful, don't they? I'm pretty sure this is a picture that's taken just to make us buy them. Probably they look rustier as well after a while. Rustier, you know what I mean. Rougher. China demands that the United States stops all military contacts with Taiwan and stops arms sales to the island. That will not happen. So I will explain why, probably my interpretation of why China did that. Besides the fact they really want that to happen, but they are well aware that the United States is going to start laughing in their face. Chinese Defense Ministry spokesman Tan Kafei said on Friday, and I'm quoting, China demands that the United States of America stop selling arms to Taiwan and military contacts with Taipei, stop interfering in the Taiwan issue, and aggravate tensions in the Taiwan Strait, end quote, Tan said. Beijing also made a representation to Washington on the approval of a possible deal to sell Taiwan ammunition for US-made F-16 fighter jets and equipment worth more than $600 million, the official added. Who do you think gets these contracts? The ones who never lobbied anybody. The ones who never, they're just lucky that this war in Ukraine just unprovoked started. I just started by the crazy Russians, unprovoked, and they're just lucky they just got in the middle and they make billions now in contracts. I mean, if you guys believe that, good luck with that. As I always say, give me about $20,000 today and I will give it to you back tomorrow with an interest rate of 3,000%, and we'll meet tomorrow, definitely. Now, and I'm quoting again, China strongly opposes the arms sales to Taiwan by the United States. U.S. actions are a gross interference in China's internal affairs, seriously violate the One China principle and the previous provisions of the 3 joint U.S.-Chinese communiques, cause serious damage to China's sovereignty. Oh, Ukraine's sovereignty, and you can violate that one, but China's sovereignty and security interests, and pose a serious threat to peace and stability in the Taiwan Strait, end quote. Tan said, adding that China has already made a representation to the United States side on this issue. The Chinese military is always ready to safeguard its national sovereignty and territorial integrity, the official concluded. I think it's an F-16. Beautiful, look at that. All right. Oh, it's a male pilot. Wow. This is not a strong aircraft because it's not diverse. Diversity is our strength. So since we have a white man over there, since it's not diverse, it's not strong. Earlier in the week, the Pentagon's Defense Security Cooperation Agency, DSCA, said the U.S. State Department has granted preliminary approval for a $619 million sale of F-16 ammunitions and related equipment to Taiwan. All right, so Taiwan is going to get ready to, I don't know, just in case someone attacks them. I don't know, my friends, but you know the Americans will not stop what they're doing, that's for sure. And they're like the same thing with Ukraine. Come on, China, do it. Come on, we've been waiting for you. The same thing was with Russia. You want to talk again, Russia? You want to negotiate? You want security guarantees? Jesus Christ, we've been waiting for 8 years. Don't talk to them. They started a war? Yeah, call Raytheon. Yes, yeah, call Lockheed Martin and Boeing. Guys, we're in business. All right. That's how I envision the things. And then the bankers, thank you very much, the same, the bankers and the energy companies, thank Lord. Thank you guys, thank you for doing that. Oh, it was unprovoked after all. You just are just lucky super winners. Click. And Taiwan, it seems like they're pushing in Taiwan again, and it's no provocation whatsoever. So why did the Chinese, I think, did all this? So they can have it in the annals of history that they tried to, tell these guys, look, let's cut the crap. Don't do this. If you do this, then we have to react. And probably they're going to react, and here we go again. And problem is, the United States, you see, it sells weapons to Taiwan. It's not going to intervene. It's not going to intervene. Like it's not intervening directly over there. Why? Let them destroy their economies and their infrastructure, and then we come and do another Marshall Plan, and we help by taking over their industries. Remember that Ford company, the automaker, Ford, was offered after the Second World War Volkswagen, the German manufacturer, and they said, that's a piece of shit, we don't want it. Offered. A lot of other companies were offered like this and were taken over by American corporations. When they just helped and they invested. By investing, they helped the Germans. It's true, it's true. It's like you say, you know what, Emil, You used to live in your, I don't know, wherever country you are. And you live, I don't know, in certain kind of villages on your own. And all of a sudden someone comes, gets you, enslaves you, and after it enslaves you, it's going to give you good food. Good food is going to give you shelter, okay? But you're going to work the whole day for this guy, and this guy's going to be your master. Sounds like a good deal, doesn't it? Not over there in your village, maybe sometimes, it was not so beautiful as in this guy's is, how do you call it, quarters. Right? Maybe the food was not as good as there. Sometimes we didn't have food over here, but here we have food. But we have to work all day, and this guy is bish, 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 and he tells us what to do. We're not free. You see, this is what these guys are trying to push around. Well, we are together here, but you fight for us, and we're gonna come and help you after everything is leveled. But hey, we're gonna fight for principles, freedom, democracy, liberty, and everything is about what? Money, 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 money. Well, so I say, these guys are going to ignore it, and the Chinese probably going to push further. But the easiest way to push further, to push against the Americans, is economic war. If China tomorrow stops its production for a month, United States bellies up. And China will not. That's the problem. China needs longer. Why? Because China is used to have only one meal a day. For instance, the Chinese, I'm exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating, but I'm just generalizing. They used to not have stuff. The Americans are kind of used to have a lot of stuff. And when those things would just go overnight, well, no electricity? They will have electricity. But anyway, other stuff or antibiotics. Thank you very much for being with me again today. We'll see. Now the Americans and the Israelis are going to get on Iran. It seems like everywhere you find the same common denominator, United States. In Taiwan you find United States. You don't find Russia over there. You go to Iran, you find United States. You find Russia, not that I know of. Russia would probably get involved, but it's not there. In Ukraine, you'll find 2014 United States, Victoria Nuland, remember. In Kosovo, Serbia, you find United States. In Syria, who's occupying the northeastern part of Syria? United States, where Syria has oil. It sounds very strange that this country brings so much freedom to everybody. That everybody is like, we got too much freedom. Can you just leave us alone for a while so we get a little bit more respiro? Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.